At one time, when he was again the student of Yadava Prakash, Yamunacharya came from Sri Rangam for the darshan of Vardraj. And when he was walking through Kanchipuram, he saw this beautiful sight of Ramanujacharya. Now Ramanujacharya had already written a particular commentary on a sloka from the Upanishads which completely defeated Shankar's philosophy. And that sloka became so famous, Yadava Prakash hated it. But when it came to Sri Rangam and Yamunacharya read it, he thought this person is divinely empowered. So he saw Ramanuja, and Yadava Prakash had his hand on Ramanuja's shoulder. And Yamunacharya, who was then over 100 years old, he asked one of his followers, "Who is that?" He said, "That is Ramanujacharya." "Ah," he said, "he is the one that wrote that beautiful commentary establishing the eternality of the jiva and establishing pure bhakti as the highest goal of life." "Yes, that is him." "Well, what is he doing with this Mayavadi Yadava Prakash rascal?" He said, "He is a student." Yamunacharya was just so anxious to just run up and embrace Ramanujacharya. But Yamunacharya would never associate with Mayavadis. So he began to offer prayers to Lord Narayan. He began to offer prayers that please rescue this Ramanuja, such a wonderful devotee. Rescue him from this terrible, terrible association, which is so contaminating to the heart. Then bring him again to your lotus feet and to the association of Vaishnavas. And then Yamunacharya, after offering this prayer, he went for his darshan and returned back to Sri Rangam. So then there was a great confrontation, and Ramanuja ultimately left his guru, his teacher. Yamunacharya, he was very old, and he became very much sick, and all of his disciples gathered around him. And this was in Sri Rangam, and it appeared that he was going to leave his body any day. So Yamunacharya was remembering Ramanuja, and one of his very dearmost disciples, he told him that you must go to Kanchipuram and bring Ramanuja here before I die. So he went to Kanchipuram, and when Ramanuja heard that Yamunacharya was calling for him, he was just bringing some fruits and flowers to Vardraj. He said, "Let me just bring this to the deity and then I will go." So he brought to the deities, he made his offering, he said, "Now let us go." And great devotee of the Lord, he said, "But what about your wife and your mother? You will not even tell them where you're going?" He said, "In the order of Guru, one cannot even consider one's family. He is calling for me, this is my great fortune, I cannot hesitate." And they just went, Srirangam. It took several days of walking. During that trip, Yamunacharya left this world after he gave his final instructions to his devotees. Essentially, his final instructions were to always offer flowers and the best of whatever you have to the deity of Sri Ranganath, and always remember his lotus feet, depend always on his mercy, and free yourself from false ego by always serving the Vaishnavas. This was his final instruction. And then he left. So they began to make his funeral arrangements. They had a procession with his body. They brought him to the river Kaveri, and they were about to put him in Samadhi. And at that time, Mahapurna and Ramanuja arrived. And when they arrived in Sri Rangam, they heard that Yamunacharya had left his body. So they both began to weep and cry, and they both ran to the place where the funeral was about to take place. And when Ramanuja saw his guru laying there, he felt his presence so strongly. It did not appear like a dead body to him. It appeared like full of life, full of bhakti. So when people saw how Ramanuja was looking at the beautiful form of Guru, there was great wonder in everyone's mind. And then Ramanuja, he noticed that 3 of the fingers of Yamunacharya were very tensely and tightly closed. So he said, "Did Yamunacharya usually keep his fingers closed like this?" He said, No. We have never seen him like this." So then Ramanuja, understanding the inner heart of Yamunacharya, he said, "I will take 3 vows on this day. One is I vow to spread the message of pure devotional service by my example and by my words throughout all of the land." And when he said that, one of the fingers opened and became straight. He said, "I vow to write a Vaishnav commentary of the Vedanta Sutra of the name of Sri Bhasya, which refutes Shankaracharya's arguments and establishes pure devotional service and eternal servitorship to the Lord as supreme." And when he spoke that, the second finger opened. And he said, "Due to great gratitude and appreciation for Parasara Muni, the father of Vedavyas and the exponent of so many instructions in the glories of Narayan from the Vishnu Purana, I will name one disciple after him. And at that time the third finger opened. And when everyone saw this, they could understand that Ramanuja really was being empowered by Yamunacharya to take over his mission. Because Yamunacharya, although he preached and wrote so many beautiful, beautiful prayers and writings, such as the Stotra-ratna and others, these were the three missions that were left unfulfilled in his life. The three things that he wanted to do, but was not given the time to do. So Ramanuja, being the very, very dear disciple, understood what his guru wanted. So everyone was very struck with wonder. And everyone could see that he was truly empowered by the mercy of Sri Gurudeva Yamunacarya. And then Ramanuja decided that he would go back to Kanchipur. So he returned. On his way, the devotees said, "Don't you want to first see Sri Ranganath before you go?" He said, "How can I see that Lord? The real Lord of my life, Yamunacharya, who is my eternal guide, my eternal preceptor, my shelter and my refuge, he has taken him away before I could even meet with him or speak to him." So in this mood, he went back to Kanchipur. And there he was meeting with Kanchipurna, great devotee, regularly. And it was there then that Kanchipurna told him that the Lord has told you that you will take initiation from a very, very great disciple of Yamunacharya. I think his name is Mahapurna. So 1 year went by, and the devotees at Sri Rangam, they celebrated the first anniversary from the disappearance of Yamunacharya, and they began to think that since he has left, there's so many great devotees, but nobody could speak and inspire people the way Yamunacharya did. Therefore, there is becoming much complacency and stagnancy in our mission, in our sampradaya. The only hope is if Ramanujacharya comes. So they sent Mahapurna to go there. This great devotee, he went with his wife. They were also from a lower caste, Sudra caste, by birth. And Ramanujacharya was so happy that he divided his house in half and gave half to them. And then he accepted initiation from Mahapurna. And he also ordered his wife to also accept initiation. So he was so happy for many months just serving his guru. And although he accepted Yamunacharya as guru, because he never accepted initiation from him, he accepted from one of his disciples, and therefore he was the disciple of, in one sense, in the Shiksha level of his own godbrother. So his Shiksha guru was Yamunacharya, but his Diksha guru was his godbrother.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on thesacredconnect.com.